Well, welcome back YouTubers and toy train buffs to another running session here on the Edge of Town micro layout. In the background you'll hear the wash machine, so this is like the only time I think I'll be able to come out here, and so I have to be a little bit opportunistic and use it when I can. Okay, so today, I don't know, I thought I'd talk about trends and an upcoming project that came to mind just the other day, actually. And let me show you. I'll tell you what. Let's get the project out of the way first. Alrighty. So I took off this Mike's Train House Rail King gate tower, and I thought I was going to shelve it, put it away, find another layout for it. But then I got to thinking, maybe, just maybe, I could put it over there. Then I could take that crossing shanty and put it right there. Somehow. Alright, here's my reasoning. That's a gate tower, not a switch tower. Those are gates, okay. I can have that, control that, and have the crossing shanty come over here to a non-gated crossing. Not only that, but that crossing shanty has a lot of nice little details. So by putting it up front, they're more readily visible. Okay, so I think that would be a good match. Not only that, but now we have our building elevations sort of going up, and then as you look at the edge of town, the town that there's going to be here, actually the town of Deercrest, then those buildings then would add height as well. And I'm still trying to figure this all out, but there you have it. That's what I'm going to do. Eventually, at some point in time. Okay. Took out all the Army trucks and vehicles that were here before, and replace them with these Modern Marx vehicles. Alrighty, and just had it's a less cluttered look, and it's got a little more of the look of a convoy for a military installation on maneuvers. Alrighty, so okay. There, I keep saying all the time. Stop that. That's a bad habit. Okay. There was something else I wanted to cover. Remember when I talked about this really cool handmade Army fuel depot from Peter Wasmiller? I think his eBay seller's name is Homemade Toys. Well, anyway, check this out. You look at that, you go, oh, really cool Marx airflow truck. No, that's not a Marx airflow truck. That's Peter Wasmiller. This is totally hand formed by him. It's made from a much thinner sheet metal than the Marx trucks are. It has a faux searchlight on the back, but this is all hand formed. Man, I couldn't do that. That's like super cool. And he does that. He works with metal. He's a metal worker. You can tell by all his metal projects. All right, so I thought that was cool. I like that. So I'm just putting that there for now, just 'cause. Okay. Let's see. Next, I thought I'd talk a little bit about trends that I've seen over the past year. just a little bit. One of those is they're all pretty cool trends. There's nothing bad here. The COVID has given a lot of guys the impetus or the opportunity to change their layouts. Some of them were complete teardowns and building a brand new layout. Others were major renovations. The edge of town here started, the renovation project for this started in December 2019, and COVID really kicked off about 4 months later. But it did give me time to up my video ante, and I did a whole bunch of videos as a result of COVID and staying home and all that kind of stuff. So, it afforded me the opportunity to work on this little layout. So that's been kind of a cool thing I've seen over the last year. A lot of layout redos. The other thing is, have you noticed more people are going and doing live feeds? Yeah, I'm not sure I can do that because I just don't have time. I can't schedule a live feed because around here something always comes up, or there's other things tugging at me. So it's great for those guys who have the time to do that. And I do try to check in once the live feed is over. Of course, it saves to YouTube as just a regular video, so I can always go back and double check what was happening during the feed. But I can't participate, and I don't think it's a good fit for me. But it's cool. Live feeds are cool. It gives you a chance to talk to the owners of these layouts and put your 2 cents in worth or what have you. So that's cool. The other thing I first noticed it on a channel from the UK. I subscribe to a lot of toy train channels and model train channels. HO, American Flyer, 3-rail, O gauge. And I first noticed it from an HO scale layout channel in the UK, and that is channels being sponsored through Patreon. And I wasn't quite sure what that was at first until I saw it on other channels and go, oh, so wait a minute. You mean people are going to pay me to buy stuff for my layout? Huh. I wonder. Of course, when you look at the edge of town, what is it anyone would sponsor? Really, a new tree? Hey, I need a new tree for the layout. Sponsor. I'm making fun of it, but hey, if it works, it works. There are a lot of people out there who, for reasons of their own, don't want or will not build their own layouts. That's life. It's just the way it is. When I was still active in the local community, I knew several guys who were simply collectors. They had no interest in building a layout. So, I guess for folks like that, maybe it's fun for them to sponsor engines. A channel, so that individual can buy engines and rolling stock or whatever, and then run it around the layout, so that the person who sponsors it can see what it's like. It's interesting though. So those are 3 of the more major trends that I'm noticing. Having gotten back into classic toy trains for the first time since the early 2000s, because I was a charter subscriber. I still have the very first issue out here in the cave somewhere, and I was a charter subscriber until they started going into becoming an almost a Lionel only magazine. Really, it was just like buying a Lionel catalog. You pick up classic toy trains, and what you got is a Lionel catalog. It's just one big advertisement for Lionel. I'm glad to see now, after all these years, they've embraced things like Marx and American Flyer and other tin plate, as well, of course, as Lionel. And the other thing I see more often in that magazine are the smaller layouts. Obviously, the Edge of Town was featured in the May 2021 issue. But they, over the past year or so that I've resubscribed, I've noticed more small layouts. Now, I get big layouts. I get that. As a background, at one point in time, there was like 30 magazines coming into this house. I was a magazine-aholic. I'm talking everything from history, toys, toy trains, model railroading, home improvement, you name it. I was, if I wasn't subscribing to it, I was buying it off the newsstand. And the point is that a lot of those magazines were home magazines. And what do home magazines feature? Large homes. Classic Toy Trains features large layouts. And the reason, I believe the reason for that is by showing you a house or a layout that's very big, the philosophy is that you can take something away from that layout or house, an idea that you can use perhaps on a smaller scale. All right, and of course, you know, larger homes and larger layouts means a broader, bigger photo coverage. So okay, you know, I get that whole thing, but it was also not right to totally neglect the small layout operator. There's a lot of fine ones out there. I see a bunch on the Facebook groups that are great candidates for classic toy trains. All right, really. So okay, that's I think that'll wrap up my talking about trends. And today what I'm going to do is run the Marx 10471 Army train as it comes out of the box. My last layout, what I did is I took out a couple cars and replaced them with separate sale items. But this time I'm going to run the Marx set as it comes out of the box. Now, I have run this train before on this layout, but I haven't run it with the layout looking as detailed as it is now. So here you have it. Set 10471, Canadian Pacific style 040 engine with coffin tender, mobile military core. This is one of the cars I took out the other day. The sucker is heavy. The Ordnance Department gondola with trench bags. Okay? There are, what, 6 trench bags and 15 shells. And it's, overall, the car's kind of heavy. Then there's a 6-inch flat car with a duck, D-U-K-W, amphibious landing vehicle. Then there's the fuel oil tank car. And let's get to this next set of cars. All right. Nice dual searchlight car. An ordnance box car. Mobile barracks for the crew, and a medical unit, which they'll need in case that gondola ever blows up. Well, if that thing ever blows up, there won't be nothing left of this medical unit either. But anyway, there you have it. There's the train as it comes in set number 10471. And like I said, I have run this before. on a couple of previous layouts, and including the edge of town. And I think we're going to give it another run for Memorial Day, of course. There we go. Ta-da! It works. Uh-oh, here comes my little interrupter. I'm doing a video, Shotzi. That's okay. She's standing there going, uh-oh. You want to say something? You want to say hi to everyone? Okay, I'll be in there in a couple minutes. The grandbaby, 6-year-old grandbaby, she woke up. Opa! Can we do something? Alright. Oh, I'll just film a little bit more here and I'll go in there and appease the whirlwind. What was that old folk story? I'm trying to remember my days when we were taught things like, you know, Paul Bunyan. And I want to say Pecos Bill. Is Pecos Bill the guy who rode the tornado? The cyclone? Well, that's what it's like trying to keep up with that 6-year-old. It's like trying to ride the whirlwind. You know, I'm sorry. I always fall out of the saddle because I cannot keep up with that girl. Gee, you got more energy. Well, okay. Yet another nice running session for Memorial Day, which is tomorrow, the 31st of May, 2021. We let her go one more lap and then bring her on home. There we have it. Okay, folks. Well, thank you for all you new subscribers, and thank you for all the current subscribers who have put up with me and my rants and mulling tales of the muller. And thank you for sticking with the channel. And I hope you enjoyed this running session here of the Edge of Town layout for Memorial Day 2021. So until next, oh man, all of a sudden I got the burps. What's up with that? Old age, that's what's up with that. So thank you, and until next time, tschüss, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, bye y'all.